Last one. Excellent. All right. Alex, full mount, please. Let's talk about it, you guys. Submission counters. So let's take it back. Last couple of days, what we've seen, we're gonna review here, answer any questions you guys might have. This week we talked about Americana counters, straight arm lock counters, no gi, mount choke counters, and gi choke counters from the mount. So let's start with the Americana ideas. Consolidation, go ahead. Arm gets pinned down, heavy elbow. What's the first thing? Don't let him get under the elbow, try to dig. It's impossible. My elbow is smashed to the ground. While he tries to figure it out, big bump, he's gonna post out and coming right back. If he does get under, I'm working, he gets under, oh no, with the hook. Anti-hook, what's the first order of business? Lift your hips up and put the weight on Alex's hand by wedging his hip and keeping him on the arm there. Now, with my hips in the air, I untangle and we roll, and then I tuck my elbow inside. Elbow goes from high, look, because right here, he can twist my shoulder and hurt my arm. Keep it, my elbow goes inside. Boom, let's go again. So Americana here, he locks it up, heavy elbow, he gets under. Right away, if he puts his hook in, my first thing is hips up and get Alex's weight onto his arm so he can't twist it right here. Keeping my hips up, I untangle, and then I bridge, we roll. From the roll, my elbow slides in his armpit to make sure he can't extend the Americana from the bottom of the fight. Okay, and then another one here, neck hug variation. He hugs my neck, grabs my wrist, he hands it off. Boom, lock it up. He gets here, he gets under. Already bad. What he would like to do is loop this off my head and go here. Watch what I do. I don't let him loop it. I grab my head, go ahead, try. Can't. I keep trying, can't. So and then once he chills, I lock my hands together, keep the grips, I bridge, go north, and then I rip it back to my chest. So it's here, grab, north, and around, okay? So let's go solo on these, you guys. Everyone's down, everyone's ready. On your back, your arm gets smashed to the ground. Here's my theory. Here's my theory on Americana defenses. If your arm gets opened even the slightest, you don't want to resist. Because if you resist the descent of the arm, they're going to sneak under your elbow before you know it. But if your arm gets dominated, you want to preempt them by smashing it to the ground. Foot on the ground, lift your hips up. Everybody heavy elbow on the left. Heavy elbow. Heavier. Smash your left elbow. Almost try to do a push-up on your left elbow. Try to lift your whole body off the ground. It's going to feel tight on your left shoulder. That's good. From there, they're starting to dig. We're going to bridge and push. Go. Bump and recover the hand. We're back. Smash. Oh my gosh, what do we do? Bump, big bump, recover both hands. This time, they catch us. Watch. They get under and they lock us up. Now, what you're going to do is bridge your hips, put your hand on their pelvis, bridge and hold your hips up high. What you're doing here is transferring all their weight onto the lockup, which means they can't slide your hand. So chill right here. With your hips in the air, take out the back hook and then bridge and roll. Once you roll, take your north elbow, bury it in the armpit. Let's reset that. That was dope. Come on. That was really good. So the arm gets pinned, boom. They start to creep under, they lock it up. Right away, what do? Wedge the hip, hips up and hold. They're in, they're already in, they have it locked. From the lockup, kill the back hook, foot on the ground, push and bridge and roll. And then hide your elbow on the inside. Beautiful. Last one here, the neck hug. They have your neck hugged, they lock the arm and they feed it. So you're locked up, you're tied up right here. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take my hand, I'm going to grab the bicep, hand behind my head, and keep it right here, tight. I'm tangled up. Keep the hand behind the head. Now what? When he stops trying, I lock my hands together, push both feet on the ground. Watch my hands. I'm gonna lock and bring it over 45 degrees and then rip it back to my chest. Boom. Excellent. One more time. The arm is pinned. They feed it behind the neck. They start to lock the Americana behind the neck. Watch what I do. Step one, trap their arm. Grab your own head. Don't let the arm slip out. Step two, look. Creep over, lock your hands together. Double S grips. Look, double S grips. Hands both are hooked and I'm hooking on. So I lock my hands together and then from there I hold, I bridge, I reach over my own head. 1, 2, and I'm back. Beautiful. Okay, full mount. Watch this, straight arm lock counters here. So now let's say that Alex had on the collar, I'm defending, and I'm a little too lazy with my arm here, so he's able to slide up into a high mount, trapping his knee by my head and inverting his other foot. This is a bad situation. We too close or we good? Right here. Look, so invert, fully inverted. Look, step number one, if you get caught here, your natural instinct is gonna be trying to pull this elbow to the ground. The problem is Alex has way too much hip behind this elbow. It's not gonna happen. So step one, take your hands, lock them together, put your elbow outside of his pelvis, check his hip right there. Step two, feet on the ground, lift your hips up and walk this way. Even if you keep your knees tighter, I'm gonna slide here, over his knee. Not inside his legs, over, but that can only happen once I realign our torso. I'm gonna walk back, so you see where we came from. Keep your S mount a little more. Yes, look, step one, grab and wedge the pelvis. Wedge that hip. Two, feet on the ground, lift your hips off the ground, like this high off the ground, and then I'm gonna walk while he keeps your knees tight. Walk, 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 kill his angle. Elbow to the mat. He doesn't like this. Alex is gonna try to go back to normal mount like that. Go back. So from this inverted leg, once I realign our torso, in his attempt to go back, he makes his leg light, and that's when I sneak my legs inside. Boom. That moment of his recovery of the mount is when I go back to the ankle lock setup. So from here, everybody get ready. High mount, they're coming up. They smash, boom. Your arm is, put your arm in your face, like it got trapped, really nice. Step one, double C-clamps. Hands together. Step two, take your elbow and wedge it outside on their hip, over here. Nice. Step three, feet on the ground, hips up, and walk your legs 90 degrees to your right. Beautiful, now watch this elbow. Don't try to slip out here. Go to the ground, north. Yes, wide, heavy. Great. Now, they don't like this. They feel like they lost. The position's really awkward for them. As they go back to mount, take both hands, wedge their belly, shrimp out, and then shoot one leg in and one leg over. I wanna see literally, everyone put your hands together, like you're wedging a torso, keep them together, shrimp out, put one knee inside and one knee over. Keep your hands together, let me see who can do that. Nice, Cheryl, and one foot over, Cheryl. The other foot comes over the top, so my knee comes in and my other foot comes over my own hands. That's how you did it perfectly. If you can do it over your own hands, you win. If you have a little bit bigger belly, that's gonna be a little hard, but no problem, just kind of get your legs together here or here even tighter. And that's to simulate mount, S mount. That's to simulate this. One, watch, watch. It's to simulate this. Got him. And now I start to attack his foot as he spins, rolls, or defends. Great. Awesome. All right, and then we also talked about a few defenses. Once he's already in the arm lock position, let's say that S, actually no, I want to do the S mount again. I want to do the S mount again. He goes here, look, 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 lock it up. Elbow spread, foot on the ground, hips up, walk, spread, pull your leg back, shrimp. Legs come in, boom. Everyone get ready, let's go. One more time, that one's important. Arm is smashed in your face. From here, step one, grab your hand, wedge their hip with your outer elbow, blast it on the south hip. Feet on the ground, hips up, walk the dog. Elbow to the ground. Nice, find the ground with your elbow heavy, boom. Both hands on the stomach. Shrimp out, one in, one over. Got him. Nice entry defense, that was dope. Dope. Excellent, okay, now, let's assume Alex gets to the seated arm lock position. Already spins, and we're here. Once you get caught, okay, we can explore a few escapes from here that we talked about. Hands S grip, palm up, palm down, lock my hands together. I want to push his knee off my head. This is particularly effective when his heels are squeezing in. Yes, when Alex has tight heels, his knees are more spreadable. When Alex has heavier knees, straight legs, heavier, yeah, like that, it's hard to do this, but his foot is more accessible for the quarter guard escape. Okay, we're gonna do both. So heels tight, Alex, great. Hands are locked, wedge the inside of the knee, bridge your hips, and then slide south, pushing it off your head. Right when I do, keep your head up, because if you let your head sag, he comes back over. But if you bring it over again, if I keep my head up and I keep blocking, look, he can't. Now I drive north, and look what I do. I drive and I catch his foot. This is the most important part. This little, watch my elbow, boom. Now I keep walking, and then I turn in and go into the guard. That's for the head slip. Watch, get your hands inside the knee, bump, push and slide your head up. And then drive, 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 and trap the foot. If that doesn't work, maybe his knees are pinched together too tight. What we can try to do is get your elbow to the ground here. Pull this elbow tight, use your hips to bridge up and feed it onto your forearm. And then bring your leg under and catch the foot. See how I fed his foot into the guard? Catch that quarter guard. Turn your hips, and now take your knees that are low and swallow the hip higher, all the way up. If you need help, let's say he's here, pinch your knees. If it's a little hard, you can let go momentarily and do a little push. Because once you get the thigh trap, this is useless. Lay down, break the arm, he can do whatever he wants, there's nothing here. Once we get here, north hand, top hand, hug the hip, get up to your knees, roll, facing south, and now I step out of his guard and I pass the guard. Everyone down, let's go. Gotta practice. Hands are S grip, elbows tight. So first one, his heels are squeezing into your neck and ribs. Put your fist right inside their knee. Okay, bridge your hips, push the hands north over your face, and then put your butt down and slide south. Your head's now seeing the light, beautiful. Keep your head and hands together. You're blocking his leg from coming back. Now start to drive north, catch the foot. Left elbow, catch the foot. Now drive over the leg all the way. And then get up on your elbow, your right elbow, go to your knees and build the house. Reset, do it again, that was dope. Here we go, hands are tight inside the knee. Right here, we're gonna bump and push the hands over the face. Boom, slide south, slip the head up, wiggle north, catch the foot. Don't forget that foot. Now once you trap the foot, keep driving further before you turn in and build the house. Awesome, okay, next one. Here, we're tight. We can't slip our head out. So instead, take your elbow, look, get it on the ground. Everyone do this. Left elbow down, right elbow up. Now remember, there's two options here. No gi, it's this. Gi, we have this. Look, you feed the collar. You feed your own lapel, and now you have a free hand to operate. This is very strong. Very strong. Okay, either one is fine for today. With your elbow down, look, use your hips to push. His leg is right here. Watch this. See his leg? That's Alex's foot. I bridge, and I put it on top of my elbow. So bridge, catch. Yes, elbow scoop. Now turn, slip your leg under, and quarter guard, catch that leg. I like to triangle my legs right there, nice. From here, we're gonna turn our hips facing them real quick, off your feet. And now, we're gonna take our legs that are around his ankle, lift them up, and swallow the hip, boom. All the way over the hip and thigh. Now get ready, your arm is free. Take your arm, give it to him, it doesn't even matter. This other arm, the top arm, we're gonna hug the top hip, kick your bottom leg out and get up to your knees. All the way up, and then turn and sit on your hip. Now once you're sitting on your hip, your leg's still gonna be in half guard. Step out of their half guard, and now you're on top of the fight. Reset. Here we go, elbows tight. Get that elbow down, follow me here. Bridge the hips, feed the foot, quarter guard. Catch the leg. Nice, Carla. Yeah, bite that quarter guard. Now turn the hips right away. Yes, now bite above the knee. Swallow the hip. Good. Now top hand. Grab the hip, hug that top thigh. Kick your leg out, turn and step. You should land on your hip. Nice, Mike. Good, Payam. You should be sitting and stepping out. Boom, and facing their legs. Their legs are right there. Awesome. Okay, so now we go into the arm triangle. Check this out. Our no-gi mount choke counter. So he's mounted, he goes for a neck hug, and he starts trying to underhook this. Underhook it. Look what I do. Number one, no free underhooks. Never free underhooks from the mount. They suck. Very annoying. Go back. So as he tries to dig under my armpit, for real, look, just smash it. And then if he wants to pay for it, I trap his arm and I roll him. That's the risk of digging for underhooks, is you can get trapped and rolled. All right, so let's go back. So he's hugging the neck. Number one, no underhook. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Number two, if he gets the underhook, make it kind of strong. Resist a little bit, but here's the crazy part. You're not gonna save yourself with this hand. Some people, when they get underhooked, they try to do this. Try to frame the neck. The problem is now, watch what he's gonna do. Oh, you're done. You just helped him with his arm triangle. Don't try to frame out of an underhook. You're gonna give him the arm triangle. So with the underhook, what I do instead, remember, take the other hand, bump it across. I do a couple bumps, and I get my hand across his hip. Look, right in his hip area here. So while he still has a nice underhook, I'm gonna take that hand, I'm gonna extend all the way up through him with my shoulders. Keep the underhook, try to work it through. He can't, I'm on my side, look. So this underhook now has no value because I'm already on my side. So what is Alex gonna do? Modify his mount and try to attack this arm, but I'm gonna hide it. Look at the elbow, tight. So I only extend it when Alex is working this arm. Almost like baiting him. Go back over there. If he has an underhook and he's here, I'm here. He modifies his mount, starts to attack this one, I hide it, and then I wedge his hips, shrimp, and back into our leg entanglement. Okay, that's the underhook. Let's go again. That's how you recover. You bring the hand across the belly and you extend it. Now let's assume that he's successful at getting this over his head. Maybe I did this, he pushed it past, freeze. Right when he lands, you bridge, north reach, and take it off. As fast as possible, get it off his head. The problem is, sometimes when you want to get it off, his head go on the ground. Yes, this sucks when this happens because I'm trying to slip off Alex's head, but he puts his head firmly on the mat so I can't slide it out. So what do? Keep my elbow tight, and then I push off both feet, lift my hips, and I start walking. He lifts his head because he's getting neck cranked. You see? So what happens is this, put your head down, put my arm. Right now, if we were to battle arm versus head, no one's gonna win right now. I'm not gonna be able to slide out, but he won't be able to get my arm trapped. We're stuck. Push your head, he can't, we're stuck, neutral. But if we battle my whole body against his neck, he lets go every time. That's why. So if there's a stalemate, walk the dog, crank the neck, they're gonna let go. And then lastly, let's say Alex is successful at getting this frame, he pushes it across, we get to here, boom, this sucks. So either before he dismounts or as he dismounts, go ahead, step off. When he gets off to the side, I'm gonna lock my hands together, double C-clamps, push into his neck while I bridge off my foot and I turn away. Once I turn, I want to walk my legs away from him a little bit and I'm right here. My feet are both over here, my elbow's pushing into Alex, and now his wrap of my neck is compromised because his bicep isn't in my artery like it was when I was on my back. So he wants me to be on my back. If Alex could choose, he actually would want me to turn into him. It gets tighter. So when I turn away from him, it's the opposite of what he wants. Push, walk, and turn. Let's go. Everyone lay down. Hands are here, they're hugging your neck with the left arm. They're trying to underhook on the right, your left arm with their right arm. Check it out. As they underhook, smash your elbow down, angry elbow. I wanna see who has the heaviest elbow. If you weigh 180 pounds, how much weight is on your elbow right now? I wanna feel as much as you can, 170 on the elbow. And the other, rest of it is on this foot. All here and here. Now let's say they get it, boom, they got the underhook. They're walking it up. Look, they're walking it up, they're walking it up, they're walking it up. What are you gonna do with the other hand? Bump, 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 cross the pelvis. Everyone bring it right across your belt, for real. And now wedge that wrist on their pelvis, great. Now get ready, we're gonna bridge off the back foot, we're gonna reach through and totally turn our shoulders. Bump, turn your shoulders to the mat. Your shoulders should be facing the mat, not open, closed. Yeah, now this arm stays locked out. What are they gonna do right now? Modify their mount. Right when they modify, tuck your elbow, quick, hide that elbow. Top elbow goes tight. Now watch me, use your feet, turn your hips, shrimp, and then leg lock. Boom. Reset, that was dope, you guys. Very good, here we go. Neck hug, underhook heavy, underhook dominate. Bump, 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 coming through. I made it through. Make it through, you guys. Now push off your back foot and pop this shoulder through, but you gotta bump. Why do we have to bump? Because that's how you alleviate pressure on your body. Bump, turn. That was excellent right there, Eamon. Perfect. Keep those shoulders facing the mat, you guys. Looking great. Now what's next? He's gonna modify his mount. Hide your elbow, turn your hip, shrimp, and shoot. You guys are doing jiu-jitsu. Awesome. Who's that up top? Reggie, that was dope, Reggie. Let's go again. Perfect. Here we go. Last one on this one. Hands underhook. Bump. Actually, no, let's do the next one. Let's do the next one. Let's do the one where the arm gets trapped. So we're already there. Step number one, bump, reach north and take your arm out. Go. So your arm is trapped. Start there. Bump, reach north, take the arm out. Let's do it again. Bump, out. Other side. Arm is trapped across your neck. Put your arm across your neck. Bump, and come off the ground. Beautiful. Now this time, watch. We're gonna try, but right here, his head is there. Quick, quick guys, lay down, Sean. His head is here. He trapped your arm. So what do? Feet on the ground, lift my pelvis, walk the dog. And now you break the neck in the process. Other side. We're here. I do my north reach. One, the arm gets trapped. What am I gonna do? My arm is stuck. I'm gonna walk the dog. That's gonna crank the heck out of his neck. Yeah. One more time. One more time, let's see it. Hand up, reach north, let me see your hand. Put it on the ground, go. Nice, Richard. And now once your arm is trapped on the ground, walk towards your arm. Here we go, walk towards it, Simon. Other way, Simon, other way. Yes, elbow, your right elbow, hold on, Simon. Put your right elbow on the mat all the way up north. Put your hand way up on the ground. Reach north, Simon, put your arm on the ground. Now walk towards that arm, bro. Yes, yeah, break his neck. There you go, champ. Perfect, good, Carla. We got it. Nice, Richard. You want to walk towards the neck because you're going to crank their neck in the process. Much better, Simon. You got it. And your arm goes down while you walk. Great. And then finally, we have the emergency escape. Look, I get caught. I'm in the arm triangle. Everyone put your right arm across your neck. And now Alex is mounted. He's going to jump off to this side. That's where he's trying to choke me from. So as he dismounts, what do? Double C clamps, no gable grips. Gable grips means no thumbs. C clamps, thumbs. So put the C's in. And now as he dismounts, push off your inside foot, turn hard and hit him in the neck with your elbow. You got to turn your shoulders hard, blast him on the way out. And then walk your legs away a little bit in this L shape and keep your legs away from him. Very nice, Wally. You're still pushing back with that elbow. Yeah, you're still jamming him with the elbow. Reset. Arm gets trapped. Man, life sucks right here. Oh man, oh man. Palm to palm, bump, push off that inside foot, hit him with that elbow, and then walk your legs away. Kind of whip your legs outward. Beautiful, Shay. Yeah, yeah. Now I like how that elbow's back. That's the key, because that's opening up the arteries. Nice. Other side. Arm gets trapped. Life sucks. Palms together. Bump. Push and turn away. Slam him with the neck. Walk your legs away, and keep your elbow way back. And don't worry about the arm lock right now. Just worry about survival. Excellent. Awesome. And then yesterday, Alex, full mount. Yesterday's content, fun as well. Hand on the collar, cross collar, choke defenses. Look, we called this sensor, we called this shadow. I'm shadowing his arm right here. Shadow and sensor, the two brothers. Okay, what's this guy's objective? Just to be in the mix, so that no matter what, when Alex shoots a choke, I'm inside the choke. Go back. If he shoots again, I can grab it, or I can frame it. But in either case, I'm inside. If this hand wasn't here and Alex were to shoot, if my frame shadow's not here and he were to shoot, I'm not inside. Life sucks. The X, his arms form the X, which is the choke, and it's unobstructed, unacceptable for me. Let's go back. So I always want to obstruct the X. Boom. Frame, we have options. So what were the options we talked about? Step number one, if he comes over, I'm going to snatch this wrist. One, and then I grab the tricep sleeve right here. How do we know he's wearing a tricep sleeve? Because you're wearing a gi. And unless you're crazy, wearing a gi, fighting someone with no gi, you're gonna have a sleeve to grab. So sleeve, wrist control, sleeve on the tricep. And what I'm trying to do is not just pull down, but push away. Because Alex, if he's gonna pull away, it's gonna be from the arm, like that. So as I do this and I do this, it really restricts the pull away potential. So now, try to free your arm a little bit. He would have to let his other arm go to try to break my grip. The beauty is, when that happens, as he tries to use his other hand, that's when I can switch here. Boom, go to his hips and I can insert my legs, butterfly guard, or feet on the hips. Coming back. So the top shot, we're gonna grab the high shot. We're gonna snatch the wrist. Look, snatch the wrist, grab the tricep. Look at my hands right here, together, both hands, wrist, tricep, and I'm slamming it into his arm, like pushing down and in. And my goal is to frustrate Alex until he has to use his other hand. And then I can go for the hips and we can escape. The other option is he goes under, attempting to go all the way in and grab the collar, okay? When he does that, watch what my elbow does. Smash, keep going. I smash his arm with my forearm. I'm smashing it to his belly, setting it up for the second hand to grab it, and then the first hand to grab the tricep. So now I have wrist and tricep, and I'm gluing it against Alex's body in the same fashion as I did up high, but instead of this, I'm grabbing here. The hand changes. This hand's the same. Boom or boom. This hand's down or up, depending on where his arm is, okay? So he comes under. Yes, I smash it against his belly. And now, pull your arm out. He can't, so he has to use the other hand. Same thing, I can switch to the hips. There's your perfect escape attempt. That's the early grabs. Come again. Watch, now we have, if we're too late, let's say he's too fast over the top, boom. What's what I do? I push the elbow north, and I frame. I take my hand, I shoot it through, and I put it behind my head. Okay, that's the top frame, high frame. Go back. And then I recover back to safety and shadow. Slow, coming on, over the top, yep. As he lands, watch my process. Push the elbow, insert the hand in between the X, and go to my own head. Look at my hand on my head, tight. And then I chill here until he lets go, then I go back to normal. If he goes under and I'm slow, and I didn't grab his hand soon enough and I didn't frame the arm, I'm gonna push the elbow, interrupt the X. Look, always go in between the X, punch through, and then I frame on this side. So tight frame right there, and then I just chill here. He's gonna try to squeeze unsuccessfully. He's gonna let go, and then we're back maybe on the other side or not. If he comes over, snatch and grab. If he goes under, forearm smash. As he persists, grab and grab. And then if he lets go at any time, we go to the hips. Thank you. Let's get ready. Everyone is down, hands in front. They have one hand on the collar. Assume they have a right hand on the collar. and their left hand is up. So take your left hand, shadow the collar grip. Everyone, left hand across your neck, right hand is shadowing, or sorry, censoring their bicep. We're right here, shadow and censor. And now, he's gonna come over. As he does, watch the wipe. Wax on, shh, wax off, shh. We got him. Smash the arm to his chest. Don't let C-clamp and tricep sleeve. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. When they sit up, to break your grips, take both hands, go for the hips, bridge, side, shrimp, knees inside. End with the butterfly guard. Let's do it again. Hands are tight. Shadow and censor. Follow, follow, follow. This time, he goes under the existing arm. So as he does, this arm is going to use a forearm, smash it right into the stomach. Okay? Use your forearm and go pop. Forearm to stomach. And then take your other hand, come down, grab the wrist. This hand grabs the tricep. Now I have wrist and tricep, and I'm gluing it to his stomach. Tight. What are we waiting for? Reaction. Now when he sits up, what do? Find the hips, bridge your hips, fall, shrimp, and insert. Okay? Do it again. I'll give you guys a side look here. Everyone get ready. You're shadowing and censor. He's coming over, snatch it, tricep, and hold it against their chest. Hold it, smash it. Now he sits up to pull his grips out. Watch. Go to the hips, bridge up, fall, shrimp, insert those knees. Both knees in. Very nice, Danny. Butterfly hooks, and then from your back you can push away and you can sit up with the butterfly guard, ready to activate. Excellent, reset. Let's get down. Shadow and censor, shadow and censor. One hand over Bill, one hand blocking their bicep. You're feeling it. And here's the best part, you guys. This hand on the bicep, it's the feeler, it's the sensor. So when I feel his intentions, I follow, I frame and catch. This is what tells me everything. He doesn't do much, but he tells me everything. He's the lookout guy. So now as he goes under, what do I do with this arm? Forearm frame. Everyone turn that elbow in and put it in their belly. And now go down with the other hand and grab that wrist while it's pinned and then change to the tricep. Nice. Now we have wrist and tricep, both grips smashing to his belly. He hates this. He's trying to break grips. He's pulling away. Let go. Find the pelvis. Go straight. Stiff arms. Stiff arms. Lift your pelvis and fall on your side with your hips extended. Now with your hips extended, you should shrimp, insert both knees, and now square up. Use the hooks and sit up. Okay? Excellent. Now let's do some frames. We're defending, doing a pretty decent job. So he comes over the top. Boom! And he gets to the collar. You were too slow. Your fly swatter was too slow. He lands. Boom! So instead, I want you to take your near side hand, push the elbow, punch this arm through, and then frame your own head. Go. Framing is a very important process. And your left elbow should not be open, Richard. Like trying to close it tight across your chin and face. Yeah. With your hand right behind your head and close that. That's going to stop the choke from being effective. And how long do we stay here for? Until he stops choking us. And then we go back to shadow and censor. Back to shadow and censor. Yep. Hand on the bicep, Richard, and hand across the shadow. Yes. We're back to this safety position. Great. One more time. He's coming over the top. Boom. They land. Watch what I do. I'm going to push the elbow. Pay attention to how my hands move relative to each other. I push the elbow. I take my hand. I reach through the X. Look at this. Look through. And then I come back. Go. Nice, Amy. On your side. Good. Good, Ryan. Good frame. Stay a little bit on your side because I don't want your frames to be here. I want your frame to be turned onto the side. So your top frame. There you go, Ryan. Like solid right there. Yeah. And then wait for it and then recover. Shadow and block. Good. Good, Matt. Nice. Good, Payam. So now, this time he's going under. When homeboy goes under, he's creeping. He's creeping. He's creeping. He's creeping. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the other hand to push the top elbow. Take my hand, punch through his arms, and turn and tuck in my head. Go. And then stay, and recover back to safety. When they let go, we recover. Yes, we're all back to square one. Let's do the bottom one more time. He's coming under. He's coming under. As he does, use your free hand to push the elbow. And once again, watch my, it's interesting because no matter which side you're doing, the relative movements are the same. You push an elbow and you come through the arm hole. See this hole? I punch through it. If I punch this side, I punch and I punch through it. So push the elbow and punch through and then grab the back of your head. Do the other side. Let's just do a little drill. Push, reach, grab, back. Push the elbow, reach, grab, back. Push, reach, grab, back. Nice drill, Alex. You like this one?
You're putting a whole glove in there.
Boom. Yeah, that's a good idea. Put the glove on. You're putting a glove on by putting it through this hole all the way past your elbow. And then grab the back of your head. Square up. Push, reach, grab, back. Push, reach. This is the frame drill. By ourselves. And I'm telling you, people mess frames up all the time. If they don't have a partner, or even with a partner, they're like, oh, this hand goes where? You see, so learning how to move your body relative to yourself. Moving relative to someone else is hard enough. Moving your body relative to itself, doing stuff like this. You see, like, just moving within myself. This one goes through, not here. This is a disaster. This is the move. So once you know how to move relative with yourself, you can move relative to another person much easier. That's the whole idea here. All right, last one. We had an emergency escape that we saw yesterday. I can't leave without going over that one. If you missed last night, you're gonna love this. If you didn't miss last night, you're gonna need this again. So Alex gets the grips, whatever, boom, he lands. What does he want to do? Close as possible. And then squeeze, and then my life's over. I won't have that. If he lands, number one priority, no closeness. Number two priority, bridge and roll so that he posts his base points out. One, his head, sorry, your head, bro. Do Alex, don't be Alex Smith, be Alex Stewart. Boom, right here. Now that he goes to his head, which is what he would do, I go to my knees right here, I take my hand, I put it under his neck, and I break his wrist. Got him. I dropped my right pelvis, I extended my elbow, I popped his wrist, and I looked away. Okay, very powerful, very annoying emergency escape, but it only works if I'm able to keep distance between us. Now, why am I rolling this way? Who knows? Look at his hand. Boom. Top arm is the direction I go. If he goes under, which hand is the top arm? See it? This is the direction I go. It matters. It makes a difference. If you go the wrong way, it doesn't break the wrist. So if you're not sure, guess. You might get 50% chance of correct. Okay? Look. This is the direction. So it's my first order of business. Don't let Alex come close to me. So I want to like frame and wedge him here. But don't confuse this frame with the actual frame that I'm going to insert after the roll. Once I do that, I bridge and roll, hoping that Alex opens his knee and opens his head for base. So I do a big bridge. Maybe let's change an angle here. That's okay how you were. Yeah, that's good. Here we go. Hand goes under. I frame. I big bridge. Alex posts his head. I take my top hand. I put it under his face. I go to my knees first. And now I look away and I extend this arm fully. Boom. I look away and I smash my inside hip. I'll do it solo. It's really actually easier to see and practice the body mechanics, well, even to see what I'm doing. So step one, let's say Alex's hands are like this. Look at his hands. Inside, over. If this is the top hand, that's the direction I go for the roll. Everyone get ready. First step, brace the chest. Just don't let him come in. Frame, hands, hold his chest away. Step two, big bridge, make his head hit the ground. Step three, while he's posted up, go to your knees, switch your hips over. Everybody switch the hips. And I'm still on my shoulder and my face. Step four, take your top arm, weave it under their neck, palm up. Everybody palm up. Step five, as I straighten my right leg, I'm gonna smash my left shoulder in the mat and look to my other side. Watch. Boom. Everyone smash and turn. Hard. That was awesome. Reset. I'm gonna give you the side angle here. Same grip, top hand. Everyone get ready. Brace the body, big bridge. Their head falls. Go to your knees. Thread the needle. Thread the needle. Straighten the leg, turn and smash. Boom. Break the wrist. Break the wrist. Other side, let's go. Here we go. They go here now. Watch my hands. Better yet, they go here. Look at my hand. This one's under, this one's over. Which way do I go? That way. So I brace the body, I big bridge, boom, the head post. Keep your hips up, thread the needle, go to your knees. Top hand, thread this needle. Now which leg are we going to straighten? Straighten the left leg, turn your shoulders hard, go. Boom, and lock this arm out fully. Nice, belly down, full arm extension. One more time, everybody. Everybody lay down, let me watch once. Elbows in, so they cross their hands, choose a side. Big bridge, choose a side, go, either side, go, hips up. Roll, go to your knees, insert the frame, turn your shoulders and smash. Yes, Ty. Good, Bill. Excellent, Sean. We saw it, Shay. Colin, looking sharp. Look at that, Colin. Perfect sprawl, perfect shoulder turn, smashing and extending. Excellent, you guys. Very good. All right, we have time for one question, maybe two. Colin had a question. When you grab the triceps, does it matter the thumb is facing you or out? Colin's on the triceps. Look. So I think he's talking about the wax off. Wax off, I grab, look, I do this right here, Colin. So I'm grabbing it. On this one, my thumb is facing this way, me. And then when he goes under and I do this smash and I grab here, my thumb is facing the sky. It's here, Colin. So when he goes low, my thumb is high. When he goes high, my thumb is low. Thank you, Colin. Next question. There was another one in there? Derek? Derek,
Hey,
what's up?
What's up? Hey, on the emergency arm triangle escape, does it matter if you walk your legs or swing them?
Either one's fine. Either one. Sometimes I feel like whipping them. Sometimes I feel like I have to bridge. His question was, on the actual arm triangle, already locked up. Get off me. Yeah, right there. Look, if you're already locked up, the question is, from here, sometimes I just whip my legs, Derek, and I just do that little turn. Other times I feel like I need to get my, like if his hips are heavier, I'll bridge and like turn and then I'll whip after. In either case, this is what matters. And I don't care how you get your shoulders sideways, but you gotta get your shoulders sideways. Now right here, am I compromised? Yeah. There's a lot he can do. He can arm triangle, he can, not arm triangle, but he can like attack lapel chokes. He can attack my arm right here, twisting arm control. I'm giving him my back, you guys. That's what's crazy is both moves we saw today, both emergency escapes, right, for choke arm triangle and the emergency escape for the cross choke. In both cases, we're giving the person our back. We're exposing ourselves, but this is very important. You're allowed to expose your back if it forces the opponent to transition, and in their transition, let go of the grip that was so dangerous to begin with. This is a very important idea in jiu-jitsu.
Now, a lot of people use the emergency escape as their go-tos.
Don't use emergency escape as your go-to. Don't bait people in. Don't go like this. Cross choke. Go ahead, lock it in. Go ahead, lock it in. Lock it. No, I'm serious. Lock it. And then someone locks it, and you go, I'm going to bridge and do my wrist breaker, come out. No. No. Because 3 or 4 times, they're going to learn that behavior. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So the point is, save emergency escapes for emergencies. Otherwise, if emergency escapes become everyday regular escapes, what do you do when there's an emergency? If your fire extinguisher is what you use to blow out birthday candles and just candles at the end of the night, what about when there's a real fire? Your fire extinguisher has been extinguished. Matt, thanks Matt. Matt got the jokes. I love it. Awesome, you guys. Any other questions? We're wrapping it up here. Yes, Alan, top left. Alan Tang, welcome back, bro.
I have really tight shoulders, so for the heavy elbow, I have a hard time getting my elbow and my wrist. I have to turn on my side a little bit. Will that compromise certain things?
Great question, Alan. So Alan's talking about the challenge of he has tight shoulders, so he has trouble getting both elbow and wrist on the ground. Here's what's crazy. Yes, Alan, turning a little on your side will facilitate that, first of all. Second of all, when I say heavy elbow, I don't mean heavy wrist. When I do a heavy elbow, Alan, look at my hand. It's not even on the ground. So I smash this. Now, obviously, the attacker is going to be working this right here, but my wrist naturally, watch, I'm going to start putting weight on my elbow. Watch. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Do you understand? Naturally, as you go heavy here, it comes up here. It's just the way it works and the way your shoulder muscles work. So don't think of that wrist coming up as, you know, a bad thing. Think of the elbow not being heavy as the only problem. So if you have to turn a little and your hand comes up, it's totally natural. Thank you, bro. Excellent, you guys. All right, let's sit down. Let's close our eyes. Let's talk about jiu-jitsu a little bit here. Flex, join us.
I'm here.
Close your eyes, cross your legs. Breathe in through your nose and then all the way out through your mouth. All full exhale to empty your full lung exposure. Here we go. You're young, but you know you're getting older. As you get older, you get the young, hungry blue belt who mounts on top of you, and he's like, bah, 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 attack, attack, attack. And you're down there, and you take great pride in not having to beat them up, submit this person who's half your age, 50 pounds heavier, 20 pounds heavier, and 2 belts lower than you. If you're a brown belt or a purple belt and they're a blue belt, young buck, you don't gotta tap anybody. You're down there defending. Big boys going for your arm. And just like my grandfather, you smash your elbow into the mat. And it's so heavy that he goes under, he's trying to get under the elbow, and all he's thinking is, wow, how is this person that weighs 170 have a 250-pound elbow? They're shocked by your elbow persistence. So they try. Before you know it, they give up, they get off. And then they say, okay, I'm gonna go for my arm triangle. And they hug your neck, and they start digging in for an arm triangle. Again, elbow heavy, no way. They start digging in, they go, man, these elbows are so tight. So they say, forget those underhooks, I'm coming in for the collar grab. They put the hand on the collar, you shadow and you censor, and you're there. And even though you're relaxed, your mind works at 1,000 miles per hour. Very important skill to have. Your body can be breathing, your muscles can be relaxed, but your mind is firing. And what is it saying to you right now? It's saying shadow and follow, shadow and censor, and if this hand crosses the line of my nose, if his hand crosses the center line, I'm gonna snatch that wrist, grab that tricep, and make him pay. And what does make him pay mean? When you lock someone's arm up from a defensive position, you hold it very deliberately, frustrating. You smash it against their arm, so now their arm is trapped, their hand's on the collar, but their other arm is locked up. And they're trying to rip it out, but you just smile and hold it tight. And they're trying, burning energy, and you're loving it, holding their arm. Finally, they let go with the other arm, and as they go to rip your fingers off their hand, you suddenly thrust their hips with both hands, fall to the side. They're completely shocked, because up until this point, you had made no escape attempts. Think about that. So they forgot that in addition to submitting someone, they have to hold someone down on the ground. They forgot about the control obligation. So you quickly switch to their pelvis, you bridge, you fall, you shrimp, and both knees come in, and now big boy has fallen off, and you're just smiling down there, and my grandfather is happy in heaven that you just self-defense mindset neutralized the giant. Good job, you guys. Bring it back. So what's the mindset? No need to submit any young bucks. You need to neutralize, survive, and defend. And if you are the young buck that we're talking about, half of you guys on this screen are the young bucks. If you're one of those, congratulations. Life's gonna be good for the next 4 to 8 years. It's gonna be really fun. And then you're gonna go like this. Your body's gonna start to give out on you. You're gonna get older. Your joints are gonna feel a little more sore. You're not gonna have the same cardio you used to have. You're gonna come over the hump. And if you're over the hump, you know what I'm talking about. And at that point, the problem is, if you're training now 100% young buck jiu-jitsu, when you get over the hump and you get into, older jiu-jitsu style, grandmaster jiu-jitsu, the problem is you've never practiced that survival mindset, so you're gonna start feeling like you're disappointing yourself and you're not meeting your own expectations. Our suggestion always is practice, if you're young buck, if you're 20s, 30s, early 40s, if you're in that area, take 1 day a week where you train and you spar as if you're 20 years older, 60 or 70. Spar as if you were 65 years old. Think about that. Because if you train that 1 day a week over the next 10 years, 15 years, by the time you get to 60 years old, you'll be a black belt at 60 jitsu. You won't be a white belt at 60 jitsu because you've been doing 60 jitsu since you were 35, 36, 37 years old. So invest in that now, you guys. This is my best advice for the day. Invest now in the jiu-jitsu style that will be sustainable even in your older age. And what does that even mean? It means survive more, efficiency more, defend and neutralize, observe more, and be tight, just tight defense. Versus I gotta get out right now. That pace is not maintainable in your older age. Which is why you see so many young jiu-jitsu practitioners and instructors who train and teach and do it while they're young, but the second they kind of reach a peak and they don't even do jiu-jitsu anymore. They stop altogether because they weren't investing in the Eddie Gracie mindset the whole time. So let's get to 85 years old, 93 years old doing jiu-jitsu together. We can do it, but you have to start investing right now. Thank you guys for joining us. Always a pleasure. Let's keep the ball rolling. Next week, we kick back into full gear Monday, and we should have some new friends joining us next week. We put out an email to a lot of our GU online members to bring them in and fill up these classes more, and we got an overwhelming response. So you'll see a lot of new faces next week, but the classes will be the same, the connections will be solid, the details will be even more fire, so it's gonna be awesome. I think we're gonna transition. Hidon's gonna be back next week. He was a little bit sore throat, but he's feeling better now. And he had COVID test and he passed, and him and his wife, so they're straight. But he's 100% good to go, and Monday he's back in the mix. So that's gonna be exciting. And we're gonna probably transition into side mount techniques for the next 4 weeks. Escapes, controls, submissions, submission counters. So we're just gonna shift the position and boom, So I hope you guys enjoyed this mountain discovery that we got to go on pretty much every day together. I was happy to be here every single day. That was so much fun. It was fun to like manually track the progress and track the continuity of the class with you guys. Like by teaching every class every day, I have a lot of control over what comes next, and that was really fun. So hope you guys had as much fun as I did. Thank you guys. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you guys on Monday night, standard time, Master Cycle. All right, you guys. Thank you.
Stay safe.
Yeah.